It has been 375 days since I started investing $5 a day into Vanguard's VOO. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over how my investment has performed since that time. Now, before jumping in, I just wanted to quickly go through and review just a few of the comments and questions that I received on my last update that I gave on VOO. All right, the first question that I'm going to review that I received is, what time of day is the actual purchase, I wonder? When I buy, I like to set buy limits as ETFs move up and down all day. So on my last update video, I did mention that this portfolio is set on automate. I have it set up to where every single day it goes in and it purchases $5 worth of VOO on every single trading day. And this question is asking, what time of day is that automatic purchase actually occurring? And it's in the afternoon at around 1:30. Now, I'm using Webull to build out this portfolio, and that's what time they actually go in and they do the purchase. So if you have this set up in a different brokerage house, they may be using a different time. So you want to make sure that you check for that. All right. So the next comment / question that I received is $5 a day in Bitcoin. I have kicked around the idea of investing $5 a day into cryptocurrency to supplement the portfolio that I'm building out on this channel. I'd like to know, what do you guys think, right? Should I invest $5 a day into cryptocurrency like a Bitcoin, or should I invest in an additional index fund that I add to this portfolio? Or should I invest $10 a day into VOO instead of $5? I asked this question on my SCHD update. I got some good feedback from you guys. So I'm going to ask one last time, because I do plan to do the additional $5 a day starting at the beginning of August of 2025. So I wanted to give myself enough time to get your feedback and then go in and do some research on the index funds or on the cryptocurrencies before I start investing in it. So drop me a comment and let me know. All right. And then the last comment that I'm going to review is VOO, SCHD, SGOV, SPY, VIG are my core holdings. Very pleased. I've mentioned this before and I'll mention it again. I'm actually just trying to give you guys the blueprint on how to get a portfolio started. And then it's up to you to determine how many things you want to invest in. Is it going to be investing only in index funds? Are you going to do index funds and individual stocks? Are you just going to do individual stocks? That's up to you to decide, but there's no one way that fits all. Right? You have to pick the strategy that works best for you and works for your goals and just go with it. Now, the only thing I will say is when you decide what you want to invest in, I would make sure you give it an opportunity to actually see if it's actually going to work. So don't start investing in something and then a month later, you kind of continue to keep switching what you're investing in. Pick a strategy, set your goals, and then start working to actually achieve that. Now, of course, you're going to have periodic check-ins to make sure that everything is going the way that it should. Those index funds or those individual companies are still strong, but you generally want to make sure you stick to that strategy, because that's going to be the best approach to building long-term wealth. All right, now let's go ahead and let's jump in and take a look at how my portfolio has performed over the last 365 days. So right here, we're taking a look at my overall investment in VOO. And as you can see at the top left here, I have an open P&L of $237.10, and my investment is up 12.5%. And then on the day, my investment is up 9.66 or 0.46%. So my investment in VOO is up over 12.5%. And we saw the market really take off today. And that's reflecting in my investment in VOO. And then we're going to take a look below that, and the market value of my investment is $2,131.64. I have a total cost of $1,894.54. And the average price that I've been able to purchase VOO at is $506.92. Now we're going to take a look at the last line here. I have a quantity of 3.73736 shares. So almost 3.8 shares, working our way up to 4. And then the position ratio that VOO holds in my account is 44.55%. So I have a total of 3 index funds in this portfolio, and this investment makes up almost 45% of that investment. This is the very first index fund that I started investing in this portfolio back in January of 2024. And I have the most money invested in that. And that's where you see the position ratio being at 45%. But over time, as I continue to invest in this portfolio, my expectation is that that ratio is going to continue to go down. And then the last price that I was able to purchase VOO at, which was today, was $570.36. Now let's flip over to this screen right here. And as of the recording of this video, in after hours, after market close, VOO is currently trading at $570.29. All right, so if we take a look in the middle column at the very top, we're going to see the 52-week high, and we're going to see that the highest price that VOO has traded at over the past 52 weeks, or the rolling 12-month period, is $570.34. So as you can see, we are trading at all-time highs right now. And then if we take a look below that, then we're going to see the 52-week low was $441.44. And fortunately, since we're investing in VOO every single day, we have been able to actually capture a piece of that investment at the 52-week low. So if you recall, and if you've been watching some of these videos, since we are doing dollar cost averaging and we are investing every single day, we're going to have an opportunity to purchase shares of this fund as the price is going down, as well as when the price is going up. We're not trying to time the market. We're just doing steady daily investments into this portfolio. And we're just going to do that until we continue to grow out this entire portfolio. All right, so now I'll talk a little bit about the dividends that I received from VOO since investing in this investment, and I have received a total of $16.45. Now, VOO is actually scheduled to pay out a dividend today, but it has not hit my account, so I'm not including that in my calculation. I'll make sure to include that in my next update. But as of today, I have received $16.45 in dividends, and the amount of dividends that I have received has been automatically reinvested back into my position in VOO. All right, so I am up over 12% in my investment in VOO since January of 2024. So I'm happy with how that investment is actually playing out. Now, I'm only investing $5 every single day, but if you're investing more every single month, you're going to see a much larger P&L number than I'm actually seeing in my account. But again, this account was set up to show people how easy it was to get started with investing. And I wanted to have a portfolio that was completely set up and automated to where I don't even have to actually go in and do anything. I just went into this portfolio right now as I'm providing this update to you. And that's the beauty of having everything set up with automation. It's going straight from my checking account into my brokerage account with Webull, and it's automatically making that purchase. I talk a lot about that on these update videos that I give you guys, because I'm telling you, if you set it up to where it's automatically doing these things, it takes you out of having to remember to do it. It automatically takes it out of your account. So now when you're budgeting, that money's not there anymore. It's already gone. It's kind of like investing in a 401k. That money is already deducted from your paycheck by the time it hits your checking account. So you never account for that. That's never a part of your budget. And when you set up your investments outside of your 401k in a similar manner, the same thing happens, right? I've automated as much of my life as possible, and I can tell you it's one of the best things that I've done. So in the future, I may make a video on how I've automated all of my finances and how I've made that so much easier for my life, to where it takes me out of doing all of that activity and it allows me to continue to build wealth with not much action from me, right? It's the easiest way to build wealth. So let me know what you guys think. What do you think about this investment in VOO? Do you think that I should be investing an additional $5 in VOO? Or should I invest in cryptocurrency? Or should I invest in a completely different index fund that I add to this portfolio? I want to hear from you guys. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.